Okay. Let's give this a shot. And now I need to go and double check again on all the platforms. Restream looking good. So we're streaming at 1080p again. And I'll check YouTube afterwards and see if it still looks muddy. Well, it's looking a little bit muddy right now, to be quite honest. Oh, no. It popped into resolution. Yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. If that's the case, I can tell you that it looks great on the other platforms. YouTube is the only one where it gets kind of blurry when we start moving, and the resolution goes. It's like it drops down several resolution categories when we start to move. Whenever I stop, YouTube looks good. Now that was in the past. I don't know if that's still going to be true. I'll have to check afterwards. Rumble hasn't caught up yet. Why is that, Rumble? Okay, well, I'm going to close the others out so I can conserve computer resources. And I'll be monitoring Rumble. I might have to restart the Rumble stream individually. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, we're ready to go. Sorry for the lengthy setup there. This is my Strength Faith build. And let's see. Let's go ahead and get into Land of Shadow, and then I'll show you the build. I need to make sure all my controls work. Anytime that I start to use mouse and keyboard, or I Alt-Tab or something, there's a chance that some of my controller functionality goes away until I actually do a weapon strike with my mouse and keyboard. Okay, looks like we're looking okay. So this is the normal setup right here. Now, Frowny Gaming, a while back, years ago, I believe, did a build called The Last Sentinel that I used for my first attempt to go through Elden Ring, and I loved it. It was a fantastic build. When the DLC came out, he upgraded that build to what he calls the Arbor Volt build. So it does look like there's quite a bit of lag between Rumble and myself, so just be aware of that. Maybe 30 seconds. But let's take a look here. We'll go to status first and look at the stats. 60 vigor, 40 mind. This is me at level 195. 40 mind, 36 endurance. That's where I'm dumping points into right now because I have a feeling that we're going to want very high equipment loads and poise in the Land of Shadow as we progress through this thing. 80 strength, 13 dexterity, 10 intelligence, 25 faith, and 10 arcane. Now, that faith and those mind points are for the various buffs. This is a Crusader build. The buffs are defensive in nature, mostly. And it's designed to put you in a position where you have an answer for every scenario. Now, I'm still mastering that. I'm not very good at it yet. But we got Bestial Vitality here, heals hit points over a period of time. Flame Cleanse Me, alleviates buildup and cures poison and scarlet rot. Golden Vow, this is offensive and defensive. It's one of the best incantations in the game. Increases attack and defense for self and allies. This one in particular, designed to be used with the Mimic tier because both of you will use it, and because it heals allies and self, you'll heal each other. Then there's Blood Flame Blade. This is offensive oriented. Flame grant me strength, raises physical and fire affinity attack power. So that also is offensive. These three right here are offensive, with this one also being defensive. Heal, this is actually to go after revenants more than anything else, and I'll show you why. We get a lot of health on return here. Magic Fortification increases magic damage negation. These are the conditional spells, depending on what you're up against. Flame Fortification increases fire damage negation. Lightning Fortification increases lightning damage negation, right? So on and so forth. Divine Fortification increases holy damage negation. Here's your, wasn't there one that protected against physical? I guess that's done through my talismans. So I've got the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, the Crimson Amber Medallion, the Erdtree's Favor, and the Blessed Dew Talisman. This is almost entirely defensive oriented and health pool oriented. We have a lot of HP, passive, not a lot, but between this and the Icon Shield, we get, I think, +8 constant health regeneration, and it's passive. It's just always ongoing. This is designed to be used with what do I have in here? Temporarily boosts all damage negation and restores hit points when near death. And then we have the Boiled Crab, and it's designed to be used with these pots, freezing pots to build up frost or cold damage, and sleep pots, so that if you're taking on multiple bosses. Fame Queen. Thanks, but no thanks. I understand you're saying you're not a bot, but it does look like spam. And even if it's not something I'm interested in. Thank you, though, for your time. So we want a gigantic health pool so that the Great Stars, which have to go to inventory. And I have 2 of them. A bloodstained star is an ill omen, a fact not lost upon those against whom this weapon is brought to bear. Landing attacks slightly restores hit points. Now this is per hit. So if you beat on an enemy several times, every hit that you hit them, you're getting some health point. It's a percentage of your health pool. So for us, this is working like the bleed effect in reverse. Because we have such a high health pool, we're getting quite a bit of health on return off these hits. And then I can go dual wield, which does some pretty significant damage and stance damage. And in fact, he recommends that when facing off against bosses, because this is a little bit light on the offensive firepower capability. I think later down the road it will not be, as I'm able to add maybe some offensive incantations. But for right now, the best way to get more offense is to swap out the shield for another Great Stars. And then that gives you access to that right there. Is just a really, look at that. 1, 2, 3, and these hit very hard and do a lot of stance damage. So I'm going to unequip that right now because I don't have the ability to hold that. It puts me into heavy equipment. Okay, so let's just kind of tool around and see how this handles the content. I am not on New Game Plus or anything like that. Watch that health bar. See, I've taken some damage now. Watch to see how I can replenish health. The idea behind this is that you do not have to use your health potions as much in the field. Now, I keep getting hit as I'm delivering a counterstrike, so I want to try and nullify that. So I have quite a bit of endurance. I should be able to soak a number of hits until he lands. I don't want to trade with him. I want to rebuild my my health. I've already taken that guy out. Where can I go? Here we go. Whoops. What just happened? Lame. There we go. Now this only blocks 95%, so he is getting away with a little bit of damage. And still, I am not able to avoid all of his hits. So, going to try a different strategy. Oh, we got 2 this time. You know what? I think you could probably beat up on sheep also and still get health back. Let's test it. Yes. Okay, they run off. And you can see the stance damage. I mean, it's pretty significantly strong hits. So you can see between passive regeneration and then being able to hit little mobs, you don't have to use that health potion. It just slowly comes back to you. We're gonna go up into that city. I think that's where this guy's at. Darn it. Okay, so I've already done the jail dungeon off in that direction, and I found the painter. And I've gone to this area and done all this stuff. Covered these areas out here. So I should be ready to advance to here. You can see I haven't even picked up that grace. So speaking of building back health, these guys are excellent for it because they don't run away. They're easy. They don't really fly around and hit you like the other guys do. As I say that, I'm taking damage. Darn it. Dang, man. I'm really trying hard to build the health back, but my my timing is, quite honestly, I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm going to curse here. My timing is shit. I need to get used to this guy a little bit. Everything's off. Okay, I'm getting some consecutive hits in now, and you can see how, really, I guess, in general, how fast I can build health back without using a health potion. I think that's very useful, especially when you're looking for an exploration character. Now, overall, kind of think my quality build is doing better. It's a better balance between hit power and defensive capabilities. That build's pretty fantastic. But I like this build. And I've had fun with it.
You must be the Tarnished. I am Ansbach. Formerly in service to Lord Moog, but now, like you, another soul guided by kindly Miquella. I'm hardly the steady hand I once was. My fighting days are far behind me, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself to investigation, to discern tender Miquella's ultimate purpose. I'd rather not volunteer service to a new master unless I know that I can be of use. May I request a service of you? 6 crosses, identical to this one, have been discovered in these lands. They are akin to tender Miquella's footprints, or gravestones, which mark what he's left behind. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Miquella is doing here.
Yes, I am, although I don't necessarily approach it from a positive perspective. I'm a little bit skeptical. I'm kind of curious. It's all... I don't know how to put that. I'm not suspicious yet. I just see everybody kind of being... You know, everything points towards it being a good and noble act, and... So I don't know how to phrase that. I'm not suspicious of Miquella himself. I don't know enough. I'm suspicious of the surrounding circumstances where everything, where it looks almost too good to be true kind of thing, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm going to stay neutral until I find out more, you know?
Hello there. Together. Many things. Goodbye.
Okay. All right, so I believe we can go ahead and go inside now. Without resting at a grace, I noticed that I'm at 100% health now. I really do like that about this build. And we can even, check this out, we can even go with Bestial Vitality. Did I see that right? I have to actually go. Doesn't that return health points over time? Or does it just simply boost my health? Heals hit points over a period of time. Okay. Yeah, so I can cast that. And maybe even... I don't think I want to do... yeah, I don't think I want to mess with that yet. But we could load up the blessing that returns faith points over time also. I'm going to go ahead and cast this. So we have even more health return now. I really probably should have cast that after taking some damage. What rune am I using? Whoops. Okay, I can't select that. I need to find out what rune I've got loaded up. I don't remember what Frowny suggested. Morgoth's Great Rune greatly raises maximum hit points. Okay. To get that hit point status way up, which is at 2,134. Is it always active, or do I have to actually pop I don't have that loaded up. Son of a gun, I keep having to make changes. One of these days we'll be able to go. Okay, now it's lit up. What do I have now? 2,667 hit points. Okay. Bestial Vitality just ran out, it looks like. Look at how awesome his cloak looks. Come this way to the bottleneck. Now, I wasn't able to watch it, but hopefully you guys watched my health pool because that was a lot of multi-hits. So I was taking some damage, but I should have been getting a lot more back. Oh, this dude's running. Okay, nothing there. Guess we've had a really big past couple of days. Really, I mean, a number of days ever since that debate happened last week. There's been a lot going on. Biden was supposed to meet with his family to find out if he's going to bow out of the race. There's a lot of Dems calling for him to bow out. Nobody really quite knows what the result of that was. I've been seeing both answers get reported. Over in France, the people have risen up and have told their government, get wrecked. We don't think that you represent us or that you're interested in our wealth and our well-being. And we're tired of you favoring outsiders against your own people. That's what I think their argument is. Now, you could disagree. Obviously, there are disagreements over it, but I wouldn't. I think that they're right. And so those elections were enormous, and that started with the EU elections that brought a tidal wave of national populist government in, which really shocked a lot of people, and France in particular caused him to actually hold snap elections, which nobody really understood why he would do that. The elections that just happened shows you where the population is at. So the people that I listen to, I should say, I'm an American. I don't know everything going on over there. I don't really understand why he would do that, and I haven't found a place that could adequately that could give a good logical reason. To me, it seems like a tactical blunder. But that's what he did, and then he reaped the whirlwind for it. And over here in the States, well, I mean, I should say, actually, up in Canada, I think that they're trying to hold off elections for as long as possible up there because things are really shifting against Trudeau. Here in the States, we've had a string of Supreme Court cases that were significant cases. Not all of them have gone the way that I would want, but most of them have. Well, and then the big one was today, I guess. They ruled that a president does have immunity. The left is flabbergasted. I see this happen consistently. The left gets surprised by things because they're just really not, frankly, they're not very well informed on what things mean. And so they take a wrong interpretation of something, and then they can't believe what just happened as a result of their own ignorance. Basically, what happened today was, as far as I can tell, Trump received, effectively, he received the same benefit that every other president before him has received. The whole reason that this thing was in the Supreme Court to begin with is because Trump has had unprecedented amounts of accusation and government-led lawfare conducted against him. Even though there's been a lot of stuff that's happened on the civilian side, that has been supported privately and coordinated. Ow. By federal agencies in the background. And the Mar-a-Lago raid, we've recently learned, I kind of already knew about this, but not a lot of people knew. And even for me, it was more like we had enough to be suspicious, but not enough to make an actual legal case. But now it's been proven that the FBI staged the photos of the top secret documents in order to mislead the American public. It was a propaganda piece. It was purely image. You know, it was just for the optics. So that's the context that you have the Supreme Court weighing in on the fact that presidents have immunity. They've always had immunity, and we've always treated it that way. Oh, move, move, move. This is just the first time that we've actually had to go in and call off the dogs of political, of an administration state going after its perceived political enemy. He hit me again. Really? So there's a lot of coping and seething going on social media today, a whole lot. And I find the times that we are in to be extraordinarily interesting. I've been on record as saying my position is that we are experiencing. Oh, where'd you guys decided to come on down, huh? All right, that's good to know. They'll eventually actually crawl down here. That we live in a time of social unrest and tectonic cultural plate shifts that are the closest things that we have as a parallel is that I believe we are experiencing something akin to the Enlightenment and the Industrial Revolution at the same time. Because it's a time of tremendous cultural upheaval and the clashing of ideologies, as well as a tech boom. Well, you might think to yourself, well, how do those two things go together? Both of them cause enormous upheaval. When you have a tech boom, inevitably, kind of baked into the cake, what you have is an elimination of some jobs and creation of new jobs. Well, for the young people that are just coming up, they're still in high school or they're just entering into college, that's really not a problem. They can flex pretty easily because they haven't gone into a profession or built a life off of an occupation yet. But for people who are rooted in the things that are going away, it completely upends their lives. And they'll fight against it for obvious reason, right? So you have struggle. You have people arguing with each other. You have vested interests, competing interests at play. Look at that. I'm already at full health again. It didn't really take that long. I haven't used a health potion. Oh. Man, he keeps hitting me. That follow through, it's always nasty. Oh. I just powered through them there at the end. Eventually, I'll be able to carry my second Great Stars, and that's a place where I would have just swapped to 2 Great Stars and gone full ham. So this is, yeah, we have tremendous upheaval happening right now. A lack of stability everywhere, lives and fortunes being made and lost. You have people that are entering into the tech industry and making money hand over fist, and you have other people that are their entire occupation is disappearing. You know, for low income people, you know, something like fast food work going away. It's being replaced by robots, or the restaurants are closing because the economy's been that bad, and people have it in their mind that if you raise minimum wage, the rest of the economy does not jump with that. I'll never understand how people consistently fall for that. How do they not have anybody in their lives that can inform them of that so that they're at least aware? When minimum wage goes up, so does the price of milk and eggs. All of your basics. So the whole idea of raising minimum wage, the left came up with the phrase, it's a livable wage, right? The entire idea is for you to be able to keep up with cost of living. But the nature of what happens there drives up the cost of living, and almost always drives it up beyond what your paycheck went up by. Because you're on the low end of the totem pole. You're not a CEO getting a raise. You're at the low end. You know, so it just absolutely wrecks the middle class to lower income side of things. Really, really bad. It really messes with them. So we're seeing that happen in California. Well, we're seeing it happen in multiple places, but California is it's one of the more dramatic contrasts that you can see. So fascinating times, in my opinion. There's that storeroom key I was looking for. Ah. So hopefully you guys are getting an idea of what this build plays like. I think it's a very good, safe build that can build into a powerhouse over the course of the DLC, because you'll be able to add some pretty strong incantations. I could probably add them right now. I almost died. So I'm not really quite sure. It's hard for me to predict which one of my builds, my quality or my faith strength build, will be stronger at the end. But this build starts out really tough defensively. with the ability for very little downtime. The regeneration capabilities, you know. See a lot of that ghosting. That makes me think my what do you call it? My FPS between my monitor and my game is actually kind of off a little bit. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Gotcha, sucker. Let's get this going again. Oh, look at that regen. Man, that's actually pretty substantial. Looking pretty good on the health front, once again. You come across so many little situations like that where you have a lot of little enemies that you have a pretty strong chance of getting a high hit to no hit ratio, which is just gonna return chunk health in addition to your passive regen. Okay, I have been in here, right? No, I've not been to the bottom yet. I should just go ahead and drop down. Well, that would hurt me though, I think. Oh, we gotta... Yeah, I should go down there though. I'm not supposed to be at this part yet. I don't think I can make that drop either. We're back at full health. Whoa! Thought something was close by. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. And see, you can do multi-hits with one swing, so I mean, it's just real nice. Very solid build. I very much enjoyed playing the original Tree Sentinel build. Missed him. And able to sit back and turtle in situations like that. Either make them pay with a counter-strike or bide your time, watch the timing, and then get in a strong shot of your own. I like it. I like both of my builds. I appreciate each. That quality build does, it's very balanced between its ability to dish out punishment and soak it up. And I think he looks pretty good too. I think I prefer the look of the quality build, but this is not bad at all. And I especially like how this cloak goes with the icon shield. I think those two go together real well. Okay, I think I got all this stuff. So I still have some things down there at the bottom to get, and then we'll go up top again and climb the tower. See the follow through? Got the kill shot on this guy right here. This Great Star's weapon is terrific. For a non-named weapon that you can put any Ash of War on that you want, it's outstanding. It works for a whole bunch of different kinds of builds that if you're strength related. It does bleed damage, not a super high amount, but it does stack bleed. It returns health on hit. It does a really respectable amount of stagger damage. It's got a nice move set. Has a great hammer. I think it's classified as a great hammer. Yeah, it does strike damage. I don't know about the DLC, but I know in the base game, strike damage was one of the best damages you could get because almost nothing was immune to it, and some bosses were even weak to it. Now, when it comes to experiencing the different stuff that the DLC has to offer and playing around with new tools and stuff like that, I think my quality build is much better set up for that, which is why I chose to mainline that one for my initial playthrough. This build here, I don't think I would want to replace too much. Maybe armor, you know, and how much I can carry at once. But I would want to keep the shield. I would want to keep the trinkets pretty much the same. I would probably very much want to keep the weapon. Can't seem to get that counter going. Dang it. Oh, the block. That's gonna hurt. Did I get a hit off at all? This dude's dancing circles around me. Dang it. Oh, I almost got it in. Oh, how you like them apples. That timing was absolutely magnificent. Did you see how much health I got back? That, boys, was Prayerful Strike. You get a big amount of health back if you hit your target. It gives you a tremendous amount of poise damage whenever you're using it. He switches to two-hand, raises the weapon, and then strikes down hard. It hits hard, it gives you a whole bunch of health back, does a lot of stagger damage. I think it does a lot of stagger damage. Well, that dude just about ended me, though. Alright, we're gonna rest right here. I'm pretty close to leveling up. I might be able to pop some runes. $287,000 is what I need. Let's call it 288. You know what? I don't think I'm going to make it. I think I'm about to just get a whole bunch of runes that I'm going to have to risk. I think that's probably what's going to happen here. What are you? Golden Horn Tender. Boosts rune acquisition for a time. Boosts item discovery. I think that was it for runes. Yep, close but no cigar. The smart play would be to go back and farm some runes. You know what? Now that I have this grace site, we can do that actually. We can just go right out here. Beat up on some little dudes. Because everything in this DLC gives a pretty decent amount of runes, it seems to me. Now that I say that, I realize I haven't actually looked at that. That's just really been kind of my impression. We're at 243.5. I got 700 off that dude. That to me seems like a lot for these level of... Like, what do the nobles in the regular game give whenever you go kill them? Okay, we'll go out this way. Where am I at? 252,000. Approaching 253. I guess they have a DLC built around 3D audio now. I think maybe that's why this place echoes. It's programmed in. And the 3D audio DLC would enhance that even more is what I'm guessing. Because what it does is it really gives you a good idea of whether that voice you hear is coming from up above you to the left or down below you to the right. You know, or anywhere in a 360-degree circle on the same plane that you're on. Let's find out how many runes we get from these birds. $1,500. It's nighttime, so it's very dark. Oh, one shot, man. What happened with me that I can one-shot him with a counter? Before that was just flooring him. And I still needed one more shot to kill him. Wow. Heavy strike there, kills him in one shot. 262,000, getting close. Sounds like another one. We're at. Darn it. Darn. We're gonna do that boss fight, but I want to get rid of my runes first. I want to push time to daytime. This is kind of hard to see. Well, have I ever talked to this guy before? I know. All your resentment lingers yet. Yes, I have talked to him. The raw stuff from which I shall surely forge. A curse upon the dastard Mesmer's head, upon Marika's children each and all. I was hoping to find maybe some glowing tombstones out here to show you guys that you can get sacred tears. Sacred tears? No, that's not right. Whatever it is that you use to respec. Memory tears? I forget what it's called. But you can find them at nighttime. You have to look for a group of headstones that are glowing kind of a bluish color. It'll be real obvious. They look different than the rest of these. It'll be a group of them. Oh, I didn't push time. 270,000. Is that a dog? Yep. Okay, we're gonna take all these guys out. $278, getting close. Getting close. 284. What? How did I miss them? Okay, we're at 289. That's all I needed. That didn't really take too long once we got into the right area. So now we go back to here. Yes, Alex, I believe I did hit the mausoleum. I'm not really sure what it's called. I think it is the mausoleum. This right here. Yeah, Western Nameless Mausoleum. I've done that. And I've done the Bellerat Jail, which is somewhere over in this area. I think maybe right here. And so now I'm about to do the boss fight. And Alex, if you end up liking this build or think it might have potential for you, I am using what's called the Arbor Volt build. It's by a guy named Frowny Gaming. All one word. You can find him on YouTube. Very sustainable build, very good for exploration. I think I like my quality build a little bit more, but this is a very good build. All right, so we're gonna do all the things here. I don't think I needed that one. Okay, pop this. Pop this. And we should be good to go. Oh, shoot, I didn't... Oh my gosh, guys, I didn't spend those runes. I got to talking and I forgot to level up. Oh, that's such a... That's the whole reason I went out there to farm runes, was so that I could get a level. Oh, I hope I win.
O horned beast from higher sphere delivered, take root inside the tower's sculpted keepers, and perched within, we beg of thee, rise.
I'm going to skip past this, guys, because I don't know how long my buffs are going to last, and I've watched it before. What we got going on here? Oh, he broke my stance right off the bat. I keep trying to load up for the big hits, and I'm missing everything. I think I missed him there. Missed again. Also, I forgot that this is where Frowny Gaming really suggested to go with double Great Stars and give up the shield. I'm about to die. I couldn't get the. Okay, he got the crit. That's a hit. Okay, we got him. It took 3 of us, but we got him. And I did not lose my runes, thankfully. My goodness gracious. 307, about 380,000 now. Okay. I'm happy to have as much mind as I do. Frowny Gaming's build is based off 150 levels. I have 195. So that gave me the ability to use all those buffs and then have buffs left to use my Prayerful Strike a few times. Or have mana left, I mean. So I've been dumping into Endurance. Probably still not enough to equip a second Great Stars. Nope, not yet. All right. Well, gosh, man, took him down. Let's go ahead and grab this and go collect the Miquella's note. I was glad I was able to get to that in this stream. I wanted you guys to see how this build worked against a boss with all of the buffs up and the Mimic tier, because that is kind of an integral part of this particular build. And see how the Mimic tier and this guy, they support one another. And so when you're dealing with new DLC and high level content and everything's hard again, it's been pretty good. It's been a pretty good build. I've liked it. Okay, I know all about that guy. And examine. Okay. Okay. So it just tells you that the shadow's in the way. I had to spam the button so it popped up, popped down. There it is, sealed and obscured by shadow. All right, guys, that's it for me. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you probably tomorrow in tomorrow's stream. If I don't stream tomorrow, I will definitely be doing everything I can to stream Wednesdays. Remember, my fallback schedule is that I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for Elden Ring, and that I release Cyberpunk 2077 videos that I've pre-recorded and edited on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But the way things have been going as of late, it's more often than not that I have one stream and one video each day, because I've really been enjoying the storyline of Cyberpunk, so I kind of can't stay away from it, you know, so I end up recording and doing the editing work because I want to jump back into the game and see what happens next. And it's the same thing with Elden Ring. It's just really, it's kind of hard for me not to get back on, you know, once a day, it seems. So it happens more often than the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The one thing that could maybe throw a kink into that is that I am playing WoW SOD, and I'm slowly rebuilding all of the add-ons and stuff that I lost whenever I wiped my computer and forgot to back those up. And so whenever I start raiding again, that's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that could interfere a little bit, but we'll just kind of see as time goes forward. Until now, I would kind of, or for right now, I mean, I would expect to see me. If you like watching what I'm doing, I would just check in every day around between the hours of 12 p.m. Sometimes I stream in the morning, but more often than not, it's going to be between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. to see if I'm streaming or if I've put a video up. If I put a video up, my videos always, and that's Central Standard Time US, by the way. My videos always come out outside of extenuating circumstances at 9 a.m. So there you go. If that's stuff that you're enjoying, it's there for you. I'm a small channel. I'm not making money off this. I don't have any ulterior motives or agendas. If you're at work or at home and bored and it's not harmful to your job or anything, it's not hurting your responsibilities to be playing something in the background or whatever while you get business taken care of, and you like what I do, there's stuff that I'm putting out routinely now. So there you go. That's just FYI and for your own use. All right, guys, you all take care, and I will talk to you later.